Okay, hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, yes, Kavi, yeah, sure. Why suddenly ask for this? Okay, anyway, where's everyone? Why is there only three of you today? What happened to everyone? Okay, anyway, before I start, I'll do a something. What am I saying today? Okay, there's an announcement I want to make. Next week will be, just in case you don't know, next week will be December week 3 and 4. Okay, so next week you will be attending 2 classes. So make sure you check your schedule, okay, because the schedule for the last week is already sent to you. So if you can only attend one, it's okay. The video will still be sent to you. Okay, and it's gonna be a bit hectic lah next week, so don't mind. Okay, hang on. Okay, yes, Juven, hello. I was just saying, okay, so again, let me make this announcement again. Next week, yeah, here comes everyone. What is this Malaysian timing, is it? Okay, anyway, let me make this announcement again. Next week, we will have double class, so please check your schedule. What time is it? As for me, if you want to attend my class next week for week 4, there's only one slot for you to choose. For most tutors, I bet it's the same thing lah. So there's only one slot for you to choose. If you're taking English lah, I mean, if you're taking Mandarin, then you have two slots to choose. So next week will be very hectic. Okay, very hectic for me as well because I'll be teaching like maybe 9 classes in one day. Okay, I bet I'll faint lah. Okay, anyway, if you cannot attend, it's okay. As I said, I will send the recordings to you. Okay, because the next week will be December week 3 and 4, and next week, the next following 2 weeks will be holiday. Okay, our New Year and Christmas holiday. Go and enjoy yourself. All right. So anyway, let's continue on what we are learning last week. Okay, last week we learned about chapter 2, about this cell. Okay, yes, Kami, what's the you want to open your camera? You can. I don't mind. In fact, I'm very happy. Okay, because some students they open their camera during certain classes. It makes me feel less lonely. Okay. Yes. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm less lonely because I have a few classes who students open their webcam. Okay, that's very sweet of them. Okay, that's very sweet of you. Okay. Anyway, so our Form 1 Chapter 3. That's what we are learning today. Our homeostasis. Okay. My internet connection will be a bit unstable today because of the rain. Okay, as you know. All right, so let's look at what is homeostasis. If you still remember this is a very easy chapter. Homeostasis is the maintenance of your internal environment. Okay, inside you, it's like a seesaw. Okay, it's like a seesaw. They always need to maintain this stable level. You cannot have too much water or too little water. Too high pH value or too little pH value. Too high blood pressure or too low blood pressure. Everything needs to be in the middle. Okay, so same goes to your this is all of it lah, temperature, water, pH value, and blood pressure. So to maintain this stable environment is what we call homeostasis. Okay, so the maintenance of internal environment in the body in a balanced and stable condition, okay, is a homeostasis. Okay, so if you don't do homeostasis, that's when you die. Okay, think about it. You die when you are exposed to too much cold. Let's say now you're at the top of Himalaya, you are only wearing an underwear. You will die of hypothermia. Too much heat loss, you die. Okay, you see, you cannot maintain temperature. You are in a desert, you don't drink water, you die. Okay, you don't maintain water level. Okay, you eat too much acid, your blood acid levels increase, your blood pH value drops. Okay, you die. Okay, blood pressure, when your blood pressure is too low due to excessive bleeding, you die as well. Okay, so a balanced internal organ, yeah. Okay, to maintain your internal environment. All right, so what's the importance of homeostasis? Okay, you need to know these. Okay, more of a common sense thing lah. So it's to provide optimum condition, maintain, okay, carry out metabolism effectively, maintain stable and balanced internal environment, okay, so that all chemical reactions are optimal, okay, because you need 37 degrees to be optimal. And when your body homeostasis is disrupted, okay, it might lead to illness and death. So why do you get sick? You get sick because when your homeostasis doesn't work very well. Okay, mostly it's due to infection. When you have a nasty virus inside you, that's when your homeostasis is off. That's when you get fever. Okay, so how do you control homeostasis? First of all, when your body environment changes, for example, if the body temperature increase, the brain will detect the change. Okay, it will send signal to your corrective mechanism, and then they will do this thing, and then your body temperature will return to normal. Okay, this thing just keeps moving. It's not like this thing increase, you bring it down, okay, then this thing doesn't work anymore. This thing is like a constant balancing. It's like when you're standing on a ball, you constantly balance yourself, right? So it's the same thing. You constantly balance yourself because you see your environment keeps changing. In morning it's not so hot. Evening, afternoon is really hot. Evening not so hot again. Night is cold. So this environment keeps changing, and then sometimes you go aircon room, you go no aircon room. When you keep changing environment, this thing is like a constant balance. Okay, so there's only two homeostasis you learn, which is the regulation of water and temperature. Very easy. Okay, so how do you maintain your water level? You use your excretory system, okay, your system perkumohan and your endocrine system, okay, system endocrine. You will learn this next year. Okay, you learn your endocrine system next year, whether in general science or you're taking biology, you're also learning endocrine system as well. Okay, basically that's your hormone system. Okay, so your water level, okay, what happens when you drink water? Okay, you have a lot of water inside you. So now, okay, here's the thing. Your body cannot be too much water. Okay, you might think because our mom constantly asks us to drink water, right? Yes, drinking water is a good thing. But here's the thing, you cannot have too much water in your blood. Because why? When you have too much water in your blood, this is how you get high blood pressure. Okay, this is why eating a salty meal makes you swell. Okay, you try today, you drink a very salty soup, you eat Maggi, 3 packs of Maggi today. Tomorrow you will swell like a Michelin man. You know Michelin, the tire man. Okay, you will swell. Okay, your face will look very puffy because of all the salt. So your body needs a few days to get rid of the excess water and the salt. Okay, so when you eat, that's why eating long term of salty meal, it causes you to have high blood pressure because your blood gets very salty. Okay, so when you have too much water, your brain detects it, and then it will stimulate your kidney to produce more urine. Your kidney will try to get more urine out from your blood. So now more urine is produced so that your water content decreases back to normal level again. This is why when you drink too much water, your urine gets very watery, very pale color. Okay, so the opposite is just, the opposite. So when you sweat, you have not enough water. Okay, so now your kidney will secrete less urine. You get less water out from the pee, from your pee. That's why your urine gets very thick. When you don't drink water or when you sweat after exercising, your pee gets very yellowish because your body is sort of dehydrated. Okay, yeah, so this is to increase your water content in your body. So you feel thirsty. Okay, so you just need to memorize one side because the other side is the total opposite. That's all. So what is the hormone? That's actually a name for the hormone, okay, but you're not learning it. But just in case you want to know the hormone, there's two hormones that controls your water. One we call it the ADH, okay, antidiuretic hormone, and another one is called aldosterone. What is that, sir? You need to know. Okay, this is for next year. Okay, next year when you go biology, okay, that's your problem already. Okay, anyway, so let's go for body temperature. This is very important, okay, because you have so many mechanisms controlling your body temperature. Okay, so let's look at when you are in a hot day. Okay, let's say you stand under the sun, your body temperature increase, your brain detects the temperature. So what happens? You have 5 corrective mechanisms here. Okay, it's just like inhalation and exhalation. You just memorize one side, the other side is the total opposite. Okay, so first thing, you have blood vessel dilate. Your salur darah mengembang. Why? so that you have more blood flowing to the skin. That's why when you're hot, your face looks red because there's more blood flow to your skin. So why? Because when there's more blood flow, there's more heat loss. That's why when you exercise, when you touch your skin, it feels hot because they're trying to get rid of our excess heat. This is why we lose our hair. You look at our ancestors, we come from monkeys, right? Okay, you look at different monkeys, orangutan, gorilla, or whatever, they are all very hairy. We are the only, dilate means mengembang, become bigger, expand. Okay, you don't want to say dilate, you say expand. Okay, if you look at all the monkeys, we are the only hairless monkey. But I'm not really hairless, but we have the least hair among all the monkeys. Why? Because we want to dissipate heat better. So why? Because few millions of years ago, when we evolved, we were the best hunters. How do we hunt? We run. Okay, we run and we hunt. So the more we hunt, the more body heat we produce. This is why after millions and millions of years of hunting, we evolved to get rid of all the hair. That's why you are so empty now compared to other apes. Okay, other monkeys must be looking at us like, why are humans so ugly? Why are they so hairless? Okay, because hair is a sign of attraction for them. Okay, so somehow now we are getting rid all of it. Okay, you go for waxing this that so to get rid of all the hair. Okay, but my point being, okay, so you have more blood vessel dilate. Okay, there's more blood flow to the skin. Okay, you lose more heat. Okay, next one, your hair lie flat. Okay, so when you're hot, your hair on your skin will be flat. Okay, so that there's less air trapped on the skin. As you know, air is a insulator of heat. Remember this, right? Last year when you learned heat, you know that when there's a layer of air, it's a very good insulator. This is why you wear shirt, you trap a layer of heat, you trap a layer of air on the skin. So now the hair lie flat so that it doesn't trap air because it makes you hot. Okay, next one, increase sweating. Okay, you sweat. Okay, because when sweat evaporate, you cool down. Okay, here's the thing. When you sweat, you don't get cooler. It is when the sweat evaporates, you cool down. Okay, so it's due to the evaporation. And of course, your skeletal muscle reduce activity. Your muscle becomes less active. When you are hot, you don't feel like moving because when you move, you are going to generate unnecessary amount of heat. So you just want to lie there, okay, doing nothing. So your skeletal muscle is less active. Okay, and of course your hormone secretion will reduce to decrease metabolism. Metabolism is controlled by this thing called the thyroid gland. I will learn this next year. Okay, in this thyroid gland, you have something called thyroxine. Okay, thyroxine is your metabolism hormone. I'm not sure whether you heard of this. Some people they gain weight very hard. Okay, because they have very high metabolism. Whatever they eat, they'll just burn it off. But some people are just eating even a little bit of stuff, they will get fat because their metabolism is very low. They just don't burn away the food. Their body will just store it in their body. So that's the metabolism. So when you're hot, you reduce your metabolism to reduce heat. Okay, what is metabolism? Okay, metabolism is all the processes in your body. Okay, digesting is part of metabolism, building new cells is part of metabolism. Basically, all your body function is metabolism. Okay, so your metabolism will be the highest in morning and afternoon. So you feel very awake. And then at evening, at night, the thing starts to go down and you start to feel sleepy. That's your metabolism. Okay, so the total opposite is for when you're cold. So when you're cold, okay, your body temperature decrease, blood vessel constrict. Constrict means mengejut, okay, contract. This is to reduce blood flow from the skin. That's why when you're cold, you look very pale because the blood is very far away from your skin. Okay, your hair now stands to trap air. Okay, when there's a layer of air on your skin, okay, it's an insulator, you lose less heat. So the more layers of clothes you wear, the more air you trap on you, okay, the more you stay warm. Okay, and of course, decrease sweating. You don't sweat when you're cold. And your skeletal muscle will contract and relax when necessary. Your skeletal muscle will relax and contract. Okay, this will generate something called shiver. Okay, you will shiver. Contract relax is shivering. Okay, shivering is to produce heat. When you shiver, you produce heat. Okay, and of course, there will be more hormones to increase metabolism. This is why in winter country, you get hungry very easily because your metabolism is very high. You burn food very quickly. Okay, in hot country, maybe you'll be hungry in 4 or 5 hours, but in cold country, colder climate country, maybe you'll get hungry in 3 or 4 hours. Okay, and you will tend to eat more fatty food because you eat more energy. All right, so this is the most important part, I would say, okay, which is the body temperature regulation. Okay, can understand? Pretty simple. Okay, so let's look at homeostasis in animal. This one just sort of read it for your own pleasure, not really important. Even if they ask, also mostly it's gonna be objective. So, cats, they will lick their fur to reduce body temperature. Okay, this is their sweating. Okay, they're sweating. When you have sweat on your skin, when they evaporate, you cool down. So same goes to cats, they will lick their fur. Okay, when they are cold, the fur will stand like same as us. Dog, they will stick out their tongue to reduce body temperature. Okay, here's the thing. A lot of people will be confused by dogs sticking their tongue out. They don't actually sweat on their tongue. Dogs actually sweat with their paw. Okay, so when dogs are standing, when they are hot, you can actually see, sweaty stain on their paw, not the tongue. Okay, this is a very big misconception, not the tongue. Okay, the tongue is just to let the saliva evaporate, kind of cool them down. So when it comes to cooling themselves, dogs are not as efficient as us. We are very good in cooling down ourselves. Dog not as much. That's why you see dogs are very furry. Okay, so this is why certain dogs they are even more sensitive to heat. For example, if you have a Siberian Husky, please, you need to switch on aircon for them day long. Okay, that's why Husky is a very expensive breed to have. You need to comb their hair every day, and then they will shed their fur every day. You need to put them in aircon room, or else they're not going to be happy. Okay, or just don't have a Siberian Husky. They are not meant for survival in climate like this. Okay, so anyway, your reptiles and lizard. Okay, here's the thing. Reptiles and lizard, they are cold-blooded. We are opposite of our environment. When the environment gets cold, we want to remain hot. When the environment gets hot, we want to stay cool. Okay, we go opposite. But reptiles and lizard, they just follow. When the surrounding is cold, they follow them, they become cold. You see, body activity becomes slow, muscle function becomes slow, movement becomes slow, body temperature decrease. So surrounding temperature drops, they will follow it to drop. Okay, and when it's hot, when it's daytime, you see reptiles, they follow the environment. Heartbeat faster, movement faster, metabolism increase, body temperature increase. So they just follow the environment. Okay, we will fight the environment. When surrounding becomes really cold, we want to increase our body temperature to make ourselves hot. Okay, and when the surrounding is very hot, like in 3 p.m. in Malaysia, we try to stay cool by sweating. So reptiles, basically cold-blooded animal, they work total opposite. Okay, so for bees, they have waxy skin. Okay, they have a layer of beeswax. Okay, to prevent loss of water by spiracle. Spiracle are the holes at the side here. Okay, they breathe here. Okay, they breathe using the side here. Okay, they have holes at the side here. They breathe using here. Okay, so snail. Oh yeah, sorry, forgot one more thing. Close spiracles to reduce water loss. Okay, so between inhalation and exhalation, they will close their hole to stop water from going out. Snail, they will stay, it's not mentioned here, they will stay at cool and damp places. Okay, it's not mentioned here. You want, you can add it here. Snails, they will stay at moist soil. Okay, you don't really find snail at any sunny places. They will usually hide at very dark and damp places. Away from the sun. Shades lah, basically shade. You find snail. Okay, so how do plants do it? Okay, plants will do something called transpiration. This thing I've mentioned a million times already. Transpiration is the sweating of plant. When they open their stoma to get carbon dioxide, some water will go out from the leaf, okay, and the plants will dry. Okay, this is how they draw water out. Okay, plant lose water from the leaf in the form of water vapor to the surrounding through stoma. Okay, fun fact, plants, they do transpiration every day. 90% of water will be lost to the surrounding. Okay, let's say a plant absorbs 5 liters of water in one day, 4.5 liters will be lost to the surrounding. They themselves only use 500 ml, 0.5 liter. So you might say, why do this? Why lose that 90% to the air? This is to cool the air down. This is why when you have plants around, your surrounding temperature also drops. This is like a, that's why they say plant is nature's air purifier and air humidifier. You don't need any machine to humidify your air. A plant will basically do the same thing. Okay, freaking awesome. Okay, so they absorb and carry water and mineral from the soil to all parts of the plant. Okay, evaporation will cool the plant. And of course, it draws water from the stem of the plant. So you see, transpiration has many functions. Okay, like I said, plant has no heart. They don't pump the water. We have a heart to pump our blood. Plants, they don't have it. So how do they pump water around? They use the sun. They dry themselves by transpiration, and then they will draw water up automatically from the soil. See, that's a very smart design. Okay, yes, and roots of plant also absorb water and mineral from soil. Isn't it the same point as up here? Okay, so everything depends on the stoma lah. Stoma has something called gut cell at the side. Okay, we just learned this last week. So opening of stoma will increase transpiration. Okay, and of course water absorption, while closing will reduce water loss. So this is during night time. It is during daytime. Or when it is too hot, they will close as well. Okay, certain condition lah, when it is really, really hot. Okay, so really simple stuff. Okay, let's go into our exercise. Okay, I think we stop. Oh wait, sorry, this is the wrong one. Oh yeah, here. Sorry. Okay, so last week's stuff I did not manage to finish. Okay, you can check the answer in Google Classroom. I'll upload the answer by next week. Okay, so let's look at page 18. So number one, how many questions are there? Let me check. I bet it will be a lot. Wow, 15 questions. Okay, I don't think I can finish all today. That's a lot of questions. Okay, so get your hands ready. Okay, to write. So anyway, number one, diagram one shows the condition of a man in an air-conditioned room after a few hours. Okay, obviously you can see that it's very cold. So circle two organs that are involved in the regulation of the body temperature. So that's your skin and your brain. Okay, your lungs doesn't control the temperature. Your heart doesn't as well. Okay, your skin and your brain. If you must name another one, I would say your kidney. That's why you pee. Okay, your skin and your kidney. Now, your brain can detect your temperature. There is something called thermoreceptor in your brain, okay, that detects the temperature around you. You'll learn this in bio next year. Okay, so B, based on diagram one, write true or false for the corrective mechanism of regulation of body temperature. So since he's very cold, so his hair will stand erect. Yes, true. The blood vessel expand. No, false. The blood vessel will constrict. Okay, think about it. When you are cold, you will be pale. So the blood is very far away from your skin. So it's contract, not expand. Okay, so number two, complete the diagram with the words given below. Oh, this is form 3. Okay, so the number one is a pain receptor. Okay, number two is your touch receptor. Okay, your cold receptor is this one. And then this one that looks like a popcorn is your heat receptor. Okay, so they are arranged according to importance. Pain is the most important sensation because pain means danger. So pain is the most important, followed by touch because touching is what you do every day. Okay, and then followed by heat and cold. And the last one, the least important one is this one. This is your pressure receptor. Okay, receptor tekanan. This thing has really not much function, so that's why it's at the last place. Okay, so this is your hair. This is your sweat gland, and you will sweat here. Okay, this is the muscle to pull your hair out. So B, match the human body parts with their function. So the skin is to regulate body temperature. You can also say detect muscle stimuli. Like there's two answers here. Okay, there's two answers here. So muscle is to assist human in movement. Actually, your muscle can also regulate temperature because muscle they will shiver, right? I don't know. This is a very weird question. Okay, because it has like two answers here. Okay, anyway, it's okay. Let's move along. So number three, cross section of a skin. Why are they asking the receptor again? Okay, here's the pain receptor, by the way. Okay, it's at the top. This is a touch receptor. Okay, and it's a pressure receptor. Nothing to do with heat and cold. So heat is here, cold is here. Okay. Some students they ask me, sir, if my heat receptor spoil already, that's a good thing, right? That means I don't get to feel hot lah. Yes, that's true, but you have to know, just because you don't feel the hot doesn't mean it doesn't hurt you. You touch something hot, you still kill yourself. It's just that you don't feel the pain. Now it's even more dangerous. When you touch something hot, you might not realize it and you will hurt your skin. Or what's cross section? Cross section means you take your skin, you cut it at the side, and you look at it this way. That's the cross section. Okay, so next, B, mark the factor that affects the sensitivity of skin. Oh, this is a very important. This is chapter 1, right? Form 3, chapter 1. Why is this here? Okay, what affects the sensitivity of your skin? Two things: the number of receptor and your thickness of the epidermis. If your skin is very thick, like this part here, your elbow here, it is very thick skin, so very not sensitive. Whereas your finger is super sensitive because the skin is really thin. This is form 3. Why is it here? Okay, anyway, number 4, experienced by 2 people. Okay, is cycling. Okay, this is obviously hot, this is cold. So mark the correct statement for P and Q. The hair of P will stand to trap heat. Well, no. Okay, he's already so hot. And then number 2, the skeletal muscle of Q will contract, relax to increase body temperature. Okay, muscle contract, relax, that means shiver. Okay, so will Q shiver? Yes, they will. And then number 3, the volume of urine produced by P is lower and more concentrated. Yes, when you exercise, your P is very concentrated because you sweated a lot. Your P volume will decrease. So number 4, in the body of P, certain hormones will be secreted to increase the body metabolism. Increase metabolism, of course, no, is to decrease. When you're hot, you don't really digest food because you're hot. You don't want to get excess heat, the extra heat. So it's actually decreased. Okay, so next B, complete the statement. What helps plant to absorb and carry water and minerals from soil to all parts of the plant? To carry water, that process is called transpiration. Okay, DM is transpirasi. Basically, it's the pumping of the water up the plant. It's not transpiration. Okay, so number 2, what of water from the leaf cools the plant during hot days? Okay, it's the evaporation of water. Okay, same as you lah. When plant they evaporate water, they cool down. Okay, yes, Kavi. Okay, when explain for number 3. Which one is it? Is it this one? Is it this one? Okay, when you sweat a lot, out, okay, there's less water in your blood, so you produce less urine. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, so this is you do it in daily life, right? Okay, when you after your pendidikan jasmani, after your PJ, you go and pee, the urine will be very concentrated. Okay, please don't lose too much of water, because that's what happened to me. I think I told you this before. Not sure whether I have. There was once I exercised too much. I played badminton for 2 or 3 hours, and then I come back. I clean my house for another 2 hours without drinking water. And next day I got kidney stone. Goodness me, do you know how painful is that? Kidney stone is like a solid number 9 painful scale. Okay, if I were to rate pain, kidney stone is a solid 9.5. Crazy, man. It's like you have stone in your kidney because of the salt. So please drink enough water. Yeah, I was being really stupid. Okay, when your urine gets very concentrated, that's when the salt will crystallize and it's gonna hurt. Okay, you get it once you understand what I mean. Okay, so 5A, match the following situation with the suitable homeostasis mechanism. So hot weather is when your blood vessel will dilate. Okay, that's why you get very reddish skin. Uh, Skeletal do not contract or relax. Okay, you don't shiver. Okay, cold weather is when you secrete less sweat. So two answer for number one answer for number two. Okay, next B, fill in the blanks with the suitable animal following the homeostasis mechanism. Lick fur, okay, this is your cat. Okay, kucing. Two, produce mucus to reduce water loss. Who has mucus? Like I said, it's our snail. Okay, seafood. So that's why when you touch a snail, it is very slippery usually because of the mucus. Okay, the mucus is to make them wet so that they don't lose water. That's why they are slimy. Okay, and then number 6, state whether the following statement are true or false. So transpiration helps to cool down plant because heat is released from the plant during transpiration. Yes, true. Okay, like I said, transpiration is the sweating of plant. And then number 2, transpiration causes the nutrient to be carried to the whole part of the plant. Yes, this is true as well. Okay, this is how they carry mineral up the plant without using a heart. Okay, that's why plants they can live for a very long time because they don't have a heart. If your heart don't die, you don't die. But unfortunately, our human heart can only function for at most 90 something years. Okay, maybe even yours 40 something years it starts to fail already. Okay, that's why we don't live a long life because of our heart. Okay, so next number B, state the correct organ based on the given function. So regulate water, mineral, and salt. Who does this? That's your kidney. Okay, your kidney will throw out water and throw out mineral and salt. That's why your urine is salty. Okay, one is not evaporation. Oh, you mean this one? You mean this one? Transpiration. Evaporation is part of transpiration. So both words we can use interchangeably. The whole thing is called transpiration, but just the plant, just the leaf part is called evaporation. So interchangeably. Okay, so that's your kidney. Next, regulates body temperature. That will be your skin. Okay, that will be your skin. Your liver and pancreas, this is your nutrition one, your digestive system. Okay, nothing to do with this. All right, next number 7. What is our normal body temperature? Well, after 2 years of scanning your temperature, entering malls and restaurants and whatever, if you still don't know your body temperature, yeah, goodness me lah, what are you doing? Okay, so 37. Okay, why do you get 36 or 35 point something? Because this temperature here is cooler. 37 refers to our core temperature. Your skin, like on your hand, your hand is only actually 32. That's why scan using your hand. You see some stupid people, they go into the mall, they scan using their hand. They really stated that please only scan your forehead. Scanning your hand is not accurate because your hand is cool. Even when you have fever, your hand is still cool. It's not accurate. Okay, so 37 is your core. So state one advantage of this temperature. Okay, it is the optimum temperature for enzyme functions. Okay, suhu optimum untuk enzyme. So enzyme really likes 37. Okay, any higher or lower, enzyme is not really too happy. So at 37, 38, 39, 40, your enzyme will start to get not so happy, and that's when they will start to break down. Okay, so you will learn this next year in biology. Enzyme cannot reach above 60. When enzyme reaches 60, they will be denatured. The whole thing will disintegrate. Enzyme, you cannot cook enzyme. Okay, this is why you don't cook breast milk. You don't cook milk because inside milk there is certain enzyme. When you cook it to 90, you kill everything inside. So your milk becomes less nutritious. So that's not a good thing. Okay, so B, diagram 1 shows the structure of a human skin. Okay, why do we love asking a human skin so much? So explain the role of each of the following in regulating body temperature during the hot days. So P, what is P? P is a blood vessel. Okay, by the way, this is a blood vessel. Okay, blood capillary. Okay, if you really want to be specific. So what they do, hot day is when they dilate. Okay, dilate so that they lose more heat the skin surface. Okay, hilangkan lebih banyak haba ke permukaan kulit. Okay, lose it more to the skin. So Q, Q is your hair. When it is hot, it lays flat. Okay, mencondong, lays flat. Why? So that it does not trap heat, so that it does not trap air. Okay, which is a heat insulator. Okay, supaya tidak memerangkap udara. Even is memerangkap udara. Hey, this thing is only like what? Less than an mm, you know it? If I'm not mistaken, this is 0.5 mm. Then your skin is really thin. I mean, it varies from places to places lah, but averagely your skin is only like this 3-layer here is only 0.5 mm. It's really, really thin. Okay, and it's enough. It's enough for you to dissipate your heat. Okay, so the skin is very impressive. Okay, hey, you think the skin is easy to study? That's why you have dermatologists. They study like 12 years just on the skin leh. Okay, dermatologists, they need to know how to do laser hair removal, okay, tattoo removal, and how do you cure dermatitis, eczema. Okay, I mean, if you're interested next time, you can go and be a dermatologist. Okay, so R is your sweat gland. Okay, so it will produce sweat. Okay, menghasilkan peluh. Okay, so it will evaporate and cool the body. Okay, menyejak dan menyejukkan badan. That's what happens when you sweat. Okay, here's the thing. This is why your mom asks you, after you sweat, don't immediately stand in an aircon room or stand under the fan, right? You will get cold. You know why? Okay, here's the thing. When you stand under a fan after you sweat heavily, and you don't wipe away your sweat, or you stand in an aircon room, the sweat will evaporate too quickly. When it evaporates too quickly, your body temperature will just drop very quickly. When your body temperature drops too much, you will start to get sick. Okay, here's the thing. Why do we get sick during cold? Even scientists nowadays, they still cannot explain why. Somehow when it is cold, we will start having sniffle, right? But this is the theory, this is the hypothesis. Scientists believe that when we are cold, when our body temperature drops, our white blood cell gets weaker. When your white blood cell gets weaker, that's when the bacteria, oh, there's an opportunity, they will come in your body and you start to feel sick. So that's the most accepted theory. Until today, scientists have no idea why. Why is it cold then you get sick? So this is why you don't stand under a fan after you sweat heavily. You make sure you wipe away your sweat. Okay, so next C, explain the following observation on Hafizi, who has just completed running. Wow, 1,005 meter. That's a long distance run. So deep and fast breathing. Hey, this is chapter Poetry chapter 2, right? The heart chapter and the lung chapter. Okay, so why? Okay, this is to increase rate of gaseous exchange. This is the lungs actually. Why is it here? Okay, meningkatkan kadar tukaran gas. Okay, you increase gaseous exchange because your body needs more oxygen and it's producing more carbon dioxide. So sweating profusely. Why does it sweat? Okay, to cool body temperature, okay, or to reduce also can. Okay, untuk menunjukkan badan. Or you can say to cool body temperature by evaporation of sweat. I mean, if you're really OCD, you want to complete the sentence, can. Menunjukkan badan dengan penyejatan peluh. Okay, walk slowly in the field. Okay, why do you not stop immediately after you exercise? Okay, this is to cool down the muscles. Okay, slowly. Okay, menyejukkan otot dengan perlahan. Okay, why do this? If your muscle suddenly changes temperature, that's how you get injured. This is why you need to warm up. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Warm up is to make your muscle warm. When your muscle warm, it functions better. Here's the thing. The best warm up is by doing any light cardio. That means walking, cycling, anything that makes you breathe heavier. That's a good warm up. You don't stretch your muscle. Do you know this? This is a very wrong misconception. Stretching a muscle actually makes your muscle weaker. You see, all our PJK teachers, they don't know what. They just ask you to stretch. For the longest time since our primary 1 until Form 5, we've been stretching non-stop before we have our PJK. That's a wrong thing to do. You stretch your muscle, it's going to get weaker. It doesn't increase the temperature. So you see athletes, they don't stretch one. They will stretch after the exercise. They will warm up, they will run around the field, and then they will start doing the exercise. That's the correct way to do it. Okay, so anyway, you don't cool your muscle too quickly, you will get injured. So number 8, so this is your regulation of your body temperature. So normal temperature, and then when it falls, when you get cold, you do corrective mechanism, and then you retain your heat, and then it goes back. So corrective mechanism B. So A is when it is cold. Cold mechanism. This is hot mechanism. So you know what happens lah, the 5 mechanism. So state 1 system that is involved in regulation of body temperature. That's your excretory system. Okay, system pertumbuhan. All right, is there another answer? You can say your intergumentary system, the one we learned last week, which is your skin system. Intergumentary system. Okay, system intergument. EDM. Okay, intergument. So compare corrective mechanism A and B. Okay, so we can say A is to increase body temperature, B is to decrease body temperature. Okay, A to increase body temp. As for B, okay, B is to decrease body temp. Okay, meningkat suhu badan, menurunkan suhu badan. That's the first one. Okay, you can talk about the environment. Okay, A takes place when surrounding is cold. A, B takes place when surrounding is hot. Okay, obviously, apabila persekitaran sejuk, apabila persekitaran panas. Okay, that's the only two I can think of. Anything else? No, they all have 5 mechanisms. Okay, I mean, if you want to compare, one increases, one does dilation of a blood vessel, one is relaxation of blood vessel, can lah, but there's a lot of things to write. Okay, I mean, the 5 things are one sweat, one doesn't sweat, one shiver, one doesn't shiver. Yes, you can write that. Okay, there's a 5 points there to write. Okay, so C, a person may faint after being in the hot sun for too long. What should be done to help the person recover? Okay, you should let him drink water. Okay, or you can just say rehydrate. Okay, rehydrate the person. What is rehydrate? Rehydrate means let it drink. Okay, let the person drink. Okay, kasihkan orang tersebut. Okay, or minum air lah. Basically, when, okay, this is what we call heat stroke. If you stand under the sun for too long without water, that's how you get a heat stroke. If the surrounding is hot, mean our body temperature will also increase. Yeah, our body temperature will try to decrease. It will increase at first, it will try to decrease. To when the surrounding is 38, your body will get 38, but your body doesn't like 38, so your body will sweat to bring it down to 37. No matter what happened, our body needs to stay at 37. That's the crucial temperature to have. Even 37.5, you are considered as a low-grade fever already. 37.5, when you scan that thing, the thing will beat you and tells you, oh, you have fever now. Okay, and I've done that before, not because I have fever, because I just came in from the sun. Okay, I was walking to a mall, okay, under the sun for like 3 minutes, even walk straight into a mall, they will scan you as high temperature. Okay, so your body will try to bring it down. Okay, so you can cool, rehydrate the person. Oh, one more thing, forgot to mention. Okay, you can bring the person to shade. Okay, ke tempat berteduh. Your point is to reduce the fellow's temperature. Bring him to shade. Anywhere without sun. Okay, to cool him down and then let him rehydrate. Okay, now he needs some electrolyte. This is when your 100 plus comes in. Okay, because your soft drink has salt inside, it actually helps him. Okay, so D, Afan will travel to snowy area in Japan. Okay, the code that he has, choose the code that's more suitable. Of course, it's going to bring you A. Okay, explain your answer. So you can say trap more heat. Okay, trap more, not heat, trap more air. Okay, it keeps the body warmer. Okay, memerangkap lebih udara, mengekalkan badan. Okay, you don't want to wear this. Okay, obviously. Okay, memerangkap lebih banyak udara. Okay, how well does something make you warm is how well do they trap air. This is why, like I said, if you have a comforter, if you have a blanket, if your blanket is the thin one, usually it doesn't do anything. But if your blanket is a thick one, inside they put cotton one, you know, those are very, very warm because you have a layer of cotton which traps a lot of air. But it's not suitable in Malaysia lah. Okay, in Malaysia we don't really need that thick of a comforter because it's really hot here. Hey, unless you switch on your aircon like 20 degrees per night. That's a very stupid thing to do. We stay electricity. Okay, so E, Ali and Ahmad carry out an investigation on the amount of urine produced. The first day, Ali drank 500 ml. Okay, oh, they both drink 500 cm cube. That means 500 ml. After which they read a book for 3 hours. After 3 hours, the volume produced by Ali is 105. Ahmad is 103. You see, they are both not doing anything, so they both produce almost the same urine. On the second day, Ali and Ahmad again drink 500. Ali watched TV while Ahmad went jogging. After 3 hours, okay, Ali produced 100 because Ali is not doing anything. Also same as the first day. So predict the urine produced by Ahmad after jogging. Okay, anything less than this, I would say 50. Okay, half of the water. I mean, you can say 10 lah, but that's too exaggerated. 50 is okay, half of it, because another half he lost it by sweating. Okay, so give your explanation. So Ahmad lost water in the body by sweating. Okay, kehilangan air badan melalui peluhan. Okay, so he sweats. He sweats a lot. Okay, so he sweats. So you can say kidneys produce less urine. Okay, ginjal menghasilkan lebih kurang air kencing. Okay, so your kidney is gonna keep the water that way. Your blood has to be a certain thickness. It cannot be too thin. This is how dehydration kills you if you lose too much water. Okay, so it produces less urine. Okay, 3 marks. So I give 3 points here. So this number can be anything as long as it's reasonably less than 100. You want to give like 70 also can, because jogging, we have no idea how hard he jogs, how much he sweat. Maybe he sweats only a little, then maybe he produces more urine. But anything less than 100 will make sense. Okay, and how long did he jog? We have no idea. Okay, so next, number 9. So the bar chart shows the daily amount of water loss for various organs. Okay, so your kidney loses 1,005 per day. Your skin loses like 500 per day. So as you can see, you are not sweating a lot on this day. You are peeing a lot. So you pee more than you sweat. So what is the total volume of water lost by various organs per day? So 1,005. Is this 500? Wait, this is 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3. This should be 550. 550. Let me confirm. 400, 450, 500, 550, 600. Okay, this is 550. Yes. So 1,005 plus 550, you should get 2,050. This is 8 cups of water lah. You need 2 liters of water, they say lah. Okay, 8 cups of water is 2 liter. Okay, this is not true. Do you really need 8 cups of water per day? It goes from individual to individual. Okay, if you're like 140 cm, takkan you need 8 cups. If I'm 190 cm, takkan I need the same water as you. It makes no sense. Okay, just drink when you are thirsty. End of story. Okay, you don't need to overcomplicate stuff. Okay, so B, what fraction of the total water loss is lost through skin compared to total water loss? Show your calculation. So skin compared to total water. Okay, total is 2,050. Skin is 550. So the fraction 550 over 2,050. So the ratio, wait, they want the ratio or what? They want the fraction. This is a weird question. Oh, they want a fraction. I cannot give you the fraction though. I can give you the decimal. The decimal is 0.268. Decimal. If this is okay, if this is 500, then this will make it simpler. But this is not 500. Okay, if this is 500, then this will be like 2,500. Then that's easy because 500 and 2,000 is 1 to 4. This makes more sense. I think they are trying to go for 500, but mana tahu, they drew it wrongly. You see, they drew it like here. They should draw it here. They should make it 500 because I was very weird by this. Why is it 550? Why is it not 500? So if it is 500, okay, you see 500 makes more sense. If it is 500, okay, plus 1,005, this is 2,000. So 500 to 2,000, you get a ratio of 1 to 4. Okay, I believe this is some design error of the question. So C, explain why a person who does rigorous exercise each day will lose more water. Okay, because okay, you can say the body sweats more. Okay, lebih berpeluhan. Okay, so we sweat more. Why do you sweat more? This is to decrease body temperature. Okay, menurunkan suhu badan. Okay, why do you need to lose more heat? Why do you need to decrease body temperature? Because you see, when you exercise, you get hot. Whether you like it or not, whether the weather is cold or not, you will still produce heat. This is why after exercising, you touch your neck, it is really hot because muscles when they do respiration, they are going to generate excess heat. This is why exercising is so hot, whether you like it or not. So sweating is to get rid of the excess heat. Okay, which is a good thing. Sweating is a good thing. It takes stress off your kidney. You see, when your skin is sweating, your kidney doesn't need to work so hard. Your kidney doesn't need to filter that much blood or water. That's why you are taking stress off your kidney if you sweat using your skin. That's why sweating is a very good thing to do. Okay, so D, during summer, the volume of water lost by skin increase and the volume of water lost by kidney decrease. Explain why. Okay, so same answer as just now. Okay, there's more sweating. Okay, or you say more water is lost by sweating. Right, more water is lost by sweating. Okay, lebih banyak air kehilangan melalui perpuluhan. So kidneys produce less urine. Okay, say urine of lower volume. Air kencing yang isi padu lebih rendah. Okay, sama lah, that's what happens. This happens to us here a lot. All right, so let's look at number 10, see if we can do one more. System that involves regulation of body temperature are excretory system and endocrine system. One organ that involves, name it yourself lah, skin, kidney, whatever. What will happen to the body temperature during a cold day? During a cold day, wow, so many things you can write here. You can say hair is erect. Okay, bulu roma menegak. The blood vessel constrict. Okay, mengecut. Cold. There's no sweat. Tidak berpeluh. Skeletal muscle shivers. Okay, menggigil. Metabolism increase. Metabolism meningkat. So many things you can write as 5 here. All right, so next, this is your urine at 16. Now, you see, when you are cold, you sweat less, you pee more. When you are hot, you sweat more, you pee less. So at the end, you lose the same amount of water. So what happens when temperature increase? Okay, so quantity will decrease. Okay, as temperature increase, quantity decrease. So based on table 1, state the relationship between environmental temperature and quantity of urine. Okay, so just said it right, the higher the environmental temperature, the lower the quantity of urine. Okay, I'm just going to draw arrow here. Keep everything as simple as I can. So let's finish number 3. So just how can we increase water content in the body during sweating? Drink water lah. What else can you do? This kind of question is it? Just drink water. Okay, don't be tempted to drink soft drinks. Just drink water. Okay, so if the same investigation is conducted but with a lower environmental temperature, what will happen to the hair? Okay, the hair will stand erect. Okay, menegak. Why will body shiver? To generate heat, to increase body temperature. Okay, untuk menjanakan tenaga, untuk meningkatkan suhu badan. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. I have 5 more questions. This one you can go home and do it yourself, and you can check the answer on Google Classroom. Okay. Yes, Kavi. Okay, so I believe that's it. Yes, Kavi. Yeah, don't forget, next week it's gonna be week 3 and 4, So next week will be a bit hectic for both of us. Okay, all of us, because I'll be hectic as well. You'll be hectic as well. Can we write muscle contract and relax? Yeah, can. Contract and relax to produce shiver. Can, no problem. Okay, so if there's no more question, I believe that's it. So I will see you again next week lah. Okay, thank you, Kavi. It makes me less lonely today. Okay, so have a good week. I'll see you next week and bye-bye.